listen, somebody is so triggered by the actions that you're taking for yourself in your life, okay? I was getting a couple different messages. The biggest thing is you moved on from this person. I have moving on, thank you, next. Oh, I'm hearing that Ariana Grande song or whatever. And it came on to Too Busy Winning, right? Whatever it is that you're doing in life is like triggering this person in like not a good way. I'm gonna be real. I feel like this is a semi-warning, okay? Because one of the cards, I'm just gonna from jump, right? One of the cards I got is threatening, intimidating, threatened, bothered, right? And I feel like that's kind of the energy that this person is popping at you. One of the messages I was getting, I know some of y'all that watch me are readers as well, and I feel like you're spitting too much truth and it has some people, their feathers are ruffled, right? For others of you, this is you left somebody who was abusive. Bottom line, like you moved on. You realized that where that wasn't healthy for you. It wasn't healing for you. You spoke your truth. Maybe you separated, divorced, whatever it is that you had to do within your life. You moved away. For some of you guys, you're in a new relationship, and this is really triggering the ex person. And for others of you guys, you're not in the relationship, and that's what's triggering them even more because you're doing so good without them. Because you're doing so good without them, right? But so this is like really messing with their ego. I have hurt ego. I just feel like, but ego, okay, look, ego and threatening came out together, which is why I feel like this is a semi-warning for somebody, okay? Like, because I don't feel like you're even aware of how angry this 144, this person is in the background. And I will be real, before I started this, you guys, I was kind of walking back, and this is like a big building, and I was walking around, I was kind of channeling the message, right? Getting ready to come on here. And every time I kept, like the phones would ding over the system, because I have like a stereo system hooked up in here. There was just like, I just kept getting confirmation for every like thing I was, channeling for this message. So there's definitely some of you guys that are speaking too much truth. This is definitely something, I don't know, maybe it's just so you're aware, like, don't bring energies back in your life that you're done with. 222, right? Like, there's no reason to do that. We don't need to revisit old things. But it's like with that threatening, it's like, I don't know what, okay, let's see. What was done? Why is this person like on one? Just shine. Oh my gosh. It says shine. Your light irritates their demons and moving. Okay, maybe literally I have two things about moving. Look on the bottom, haunted. Some of you guys may have physically moved away from this person. Some of you guys are being told to move away. Maybe you're in the process of moving. With moving on and moving, I definitely feel like this is a locational thing, right? This is about location for some of you guys. Do not be telling your business about where you're moving, okay? I feel like that's important. It's not necessary. Because if this person, like maybe some of you guys are literally living with them still and you're trying to get up out of there, you don't need to throw it in their face that you're leaving them. I feel like you need to do it silently. You need to move silently if you're trying to get away from this person. I'm serious, you guys. Listen, I was in a situation, this was many years ago now, right? Where I had to have this battered woman shelter come get me. But like literally the dude I was dealing with was so rugged, I guess, or whatever, that they wouldn't even come pick me up unless I found a way to get away from the house. It was like a whole thing. Like, because they knew that dealing with him, like they knew the type of, because of his record. I mean, let's be real, that was just the way they needed to go about it, because it was for mine and my kids' safety to get away from him like that, right? And I feel like this is a safety thing, since we're going into that, like that could be part of the message, right? You don't need to be like, I'm leaving you. You just need to go. I feel like a lot of times if you're telling somebody you're leaving them, you're telling them that because you want them to beg you to stay, right? Okay. For a lot of you guys, though, I mean, I know there's more than one message that this is, like, relevant for. Because some of y'all are just moving on in life. Like, you've already moved. You're moving on. You're winning. You're doing what you do. You're shining. And this person is watching you. Maybe you are. Like I said, some of y'all are readers. And you're triggering them. 444. You're triggering them because you know what you're talking about, right? This person underestimated you in the past. I'll be real. I'm seeing sinks everywhere. This person underestimated you in the past. And it's like, they can't undo the karma they brought onto themselves, and they're trying to find a victim. Ew! I don't like this card right here. Look how creepy that is. That's kind of creepy. It says memory, flashbacks, trauma, side effects. Like, do not, like, oh, man. Some of you guys, I'm so sorry if you guys are having to, like, I know it's the holidays right now, you guys. Like, as I'm reading this, you may watch this later, though, and readings are timeless, okay? They will meet you when you need them, I promise you. But some of you guys are going through this right now on the holiday season, and I'm so sorry that it is scary and it's hard, but it's like, you don't need to stay with somebody who's abusive. Like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to continue to traumatize yourself and your kids. Like, one wrecked Christmas ain't nothing if you're gonna have, you know, the whole rest of the future with them, right? Because you guys, it's so serious. Like, I know people who didn't wake up from a domestic situation, okay? They're not here with us anymore, right? That is so real. But it is so real. I passed and went, like, whatever. I luckily got, like, God sent me back to my body. But I had near-death experiences from domestic situations, you guys. Like, it's so scary and so real. Like, the only reason God brought me back is so I could sit here and do this. Like, for real. Like, that I know, I understand that, right? But I feel like God is with you as well. For some of you guys, this is you leaving, and you need to. And you need to be proud of yourself. Like, honestly. And it's like, you might not feel like you're shining, right? But in this situation, you are regardless. That's why they're trying to destroy you. It's like you're with somebody who's trying to destroy you. Sorry, you guys. I know this went left, but somebody needs this message. Somebody needs the message. Let's pull signs, and we'll see. Take whatever of this is yours and leave the rest. I seen 707 right there. I got Gemini. Who are we talking about? Please and thank you. Aries. Like, don't be hard on yourself. Like, because I feel like that's what's keeping you stuck. You keep beating yourself up about what you coulda, woulda, shoulda done. Virgo. Pisces. Like, no. You did the best you could, right? You tried to keep your family together. You really tried to make it work with this person, but they're not willing to make stuff work in their own life, and they just want somebody to blame, okay? And I feel like you took into account a lot, like, you know that, like, you knew where this person was at. Somebody just came across the screen commenting on my YouTube right now about abuse. It said that. So, yes, this is a message for somebody. It's like you started, you took on what they were doing as, like, you asked, like, oh my gosh, you asked for it. Or maybe both of y'all are living a little dirty life, right? Maybe both of y'all are living a little dirty life. And they use that against you to keep you stuck, right? But you know, it's like, that's what some people do. Some people will get you in a relationship, get you hooked on something, or get something incriminating over your head so they can keep you the way they want you. I've had more than one person do that. With both substances and situations. Like, I had an ex who would threaten me with probation all the time. And it wasn't just probation, y'all. I was going away for 10 years. Like, it wasn't like, yeah. And he knew that. Like, and he would do that on purpose to, like, keep me. It was a way to mess with me mentally, right? And, like, I've also been in situations back when I was using, you know, where they would use that. Like, they're going to tell everybody I'm a junkie or I'm this or I'm that or whatever. And who would believe me anyways? Just look at me. Just look at me. I heard that my whole, like, you know? That's not true. It's not true, by the way. Look at me now. Sober for years, by the way. Like, you guys, there's so much hope. When God has a plan for your life, do not give in to the enemy, right? And a lot of times, Scorpio, a lot of times it feels like your life is crashing and caving when really it's exactly what you need for everything to come back together. No lie. Seriously, you guys. Like, I'm praying for you, whoever you are. And I know it may not feel like it right now because it probably feels like everything's ending. But honestly, I feel like everything is getting ready to begin for you. Yes, there's a lot of healing that has to come with getting out of a situation like this. There is a lot of healing. There is a lot of healing. But you got this. Like, You got this. I promise.